One of the hardest things for me to even get out saying or explain is that in order for me to do what I'm destined to do, I guess destiny is a silly word to most people because it is. It's just a word. But what I need to do, what I'm supposed to do, what my task is, let's put it that way, because I've had a merging with God, what spirit is, with what creates us. And I've seen how we've destroyed ourselves infinite amounts of times, and we'll destroy ourselves again, and we'll do it over and over. We're doing it out there in other galaxies and other planets. We're doing it over and over and over and over and over. But we can survive as people, as living entities, as a group of living things. I don't even want to say people or human beings or whatever, because those words all have bad things now, because people are like, we're not human, we're something else. No, but just call ourselves this living organism in which we're in the shapes of bodies that we called human or people. Okay, let's put it that way. Well, my job now, or my meaning, what everybody's meaning really truly is to evolve and to become more conscious and to work together and live with the world that we're in. Okay, that's our only job. Our job isn't to create cool gadgets and give money to people so that they can run us into the ground until we blow ourselves up, because they are so lazy they want to sit back and collect money and sit in a fucking yacht and live luxuriously while the world is falling apart, and they destroy the world making robots that continue to pump out all kinds of stuff that violate the world. And then once the world is violated so much, the robots keep the world obtained so that it is a structure in space, just like all the planets we see out there. They're still obtained, they're still there, but there's no recognizable living things besides AI. It's not artificial intelligence at all. It's our actual intention. That's what we end up doing to ourselves. And our actual intention is to finally understand that we don't need that shit. We need to live in a world where we grow food, eat, have fun without having to take from someone else, or have something that someone can't have because we're rich and they're not, and have this look at what I have and you don't attitude. We need to stop that. That will kill us. It is killing us. So my job is to forget about everything Dan Alexander has ever done, forget about the Dan Alexander that I once was, and let go of all the things that Dan Alexander would have wanted, because that is nothing. It's unimportant. Take any one individual person out in the world. Whatever they want in their life is not fucking important at all. What is going on is, to that individual person, what they want the world to be, what they believe the world is, what they make their own world be, whether they listen to supposed people who are higher up that own them and run them and have leadership qualities or whatever. It's inside you, everything. And no matter if you're a newborn baby or a 100-year-old person, this has been what you're supposed to know. But even the people who have hid those things didn't know those things because they didn't have that true experience. They may have been explained by someone who may have been explained by someone who may have been explained by someone who may have had some kind of idea, but didn't put it together right because they used their practice or their belief system along with it. All the different beings, all the different nationalities, civilizations, different planets, different aliens, whatever we want to call them, all mythology, all everything. They have all existed in their own place, in their own time. Giants, everything that we're seeing here on our world is a representation of everything that is possible. And everything that is possible has been already lived through and over, and is also just now starting. If you understand timelessness, everything is happening. And we're living in one representation of it that gets a vehicle of time to live and express through. Okay? So if we are conscious enough, we can keep this place heaven on earth, which it is. It's just heaven. There is no earth. Earth is a word, so it's heaven. It's just, let's say, harmoniousness. Even though those are words, we know what those words mean. Great, love, appreciation, all that kind of stuff that seems so stupid. If it seems stupid to you to love and appreciate, then why are you alive? Because someone loved you and appreciated you enough to let you live and to create you. Think about it. People that are negative, why would you be negative? You are here. Whatever happened to you up to this point, get over it. Get over it. If you think you've gone through so much and you're so tough because you've gone through so much, then the toughest part would be fucking dropping the attitude and moving on with your life. Get that through your head, because I love you. You need to hear this, okay? Peace. Dan Alexander is gone. You can call me that because that's the only way people can keep me apart from other people. But I'm not Dan Alexander, and I don't want to be associated with any of the things I did before. The people, yes, because they're people. Not the ideas, though. The ideas of what we needed, what we have to do. This is important. Gotta pay the bills. Gotta keep the vehicles running. Ugh. These things are so fucking dumb. Did we need vehicles 150 years ago? No. Do we need vehicles ever? No, we don't. Do we need gadgets and toys? No. Oh, we need to be entertained. Entertain yourself without a freaking gadget or a toy. Come on, use your brain. It's time to grow up, seriously. And even 50, 60, 70, 80-year-olds that think they're grown up just because they aged, it's time to grow up. You don't need someone to take care of you and give you 401ks and money for your retirement and all this stuff. That is an idea that our parents, or your parents, and my grandparents and great-grandparents instilled into our parents and grandparents. And guess what? They have malfunctioned. And then because of that, we thought, make it easier, but we went too far that way. So it's not that grandparents are going obsolete, it's just we made such a monumental change. It was 50,000 years, then 5,000 years, then 500 years, and then in the last 50 years, bam, watch what happens in the next 5. And then we don't need to see what happens. I don't need to tell people what the future could be, because we can figure that out. Let's talk about what the future is going to be and make it. Please, I'm on your side. I am the only side there is. And if I'm the only one who stays conscious enough, I may create the world all over. And that may sound crazy to everybody else. But someone had to stay conscious enough to keep doing it. And it's me, right here, this entity inside Dan Alexander. Dan Alexander will never live up to the experience he had because people will always see him as his outside shell. But Dan Alexander isn't Dan Alexander anymore. He is what they refer to as the divine, God. And it's not because he's being conceited. It's because he's exactly the same thing that keeps you living. He's exactly the same thing that's hearing this, but doubting it. Or exactly the same thing that's hearing it and starting to understand that this is you too. I love you because I'm you.